Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Justice Suryakant, Shri Arjun Meghwal ji, Honorable Law Minister of India, Tushar Mehta ji, Solicitor General of India, Rahul Kaushik, Pragya, Judges and Chief Justices of Kenya, Bhutan, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, Nepal and Malaysia, Judges of the Supreme Court, lawyers of the Supreme Court and friends. Law Day was celebrated for the first time on the 30th year of the coming into effect of the Constitution, that is on the 26th of November 1979, by our then President Dr. L.M. Singhvi, with the full active support of Justice Chandrachud, the then Chief Justice of India, Justice Bhagwati, and Justice Krishna Iyer. In that year, it was envisaged that the government also will start doing something like this very soon. In fact, the speech of Dr. Singhvi says that we were trying to do it this year only, but the law minister had assured him that very soon the government also will start doing this exercise of celebrating Law Day. It used to be called Law Day then. I must compliment the present government because it is only after 36 years that this celebration was started by the government also in the year 2015 on the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And since then, this function is being celebrated with in two phases, one by the Bar Association, the other by the government. Law Day for a lawyer and a judge is every day. Every day is a law day. But what is special for Law Day, the day on which we adopted our Constitution? According to me, it's an introspection day. It's a day to introspect that the framers of our Constitution, what they had provided for the people of this country as a people's document, whether it has subserved its purpose or not, and if there are any shortcomings, if there are any creases to be ironed, then we need to introspect and try and work on them. The important role of law in society is emphasized on this Law Day. And law can be meaningful and accessible to all only if three factors of the legal system are taken care of. One is lawmaking, this other is justice delivery, and third is access to every common man of this country, the system of justice delivery. When the Constituent Assembly was constituted, or even when the Constituent Assembly ultimately gave this very masterpiece document, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had repented that repents that he could not provide for any qualification for legislatures. But then he justifies it by saying that during the British time, when one leader used to be arrested, the society used to throw up another important, equally credible leader. And so he felt that our society in India will also ensure that the right people get elected to the parliament, and accordingly there is no need for any qualification. Now that is something which unfortunately has not happened. That dream of Dr. Ambedkar has not come up. The way black money is coming in election, people with criminal backgrounds are coming in, the kind of people of merit of steel, integrity, caliber, who used to be there in our first and second parliament are not there anymore. It is for everyone to see the kind of people that have come in. We don't expect them to be able to debate with the same amount of intellect the making of laws, and that is an area which definitely we must introspect and see what best can be done to ensure that the right people get elected to parliament. The second system is justice delivery. In justice delivery, the first aspect, of course, is the quality of judges. And there I will beseech the Honorable Law Minister and the Honorable Chief Justice of India and the other collegium judges that this Memorandum of Procedure is hanging fire since 2016. And the Memorandum of Procedure is basically meant to ensure that the collegium system has more accountability. And I would only request that if the memorandum of procedure can be finalized at the earliest, this will definitely ensure that the quality of judges coming to the higher courts are definitely improved and there is credibility in the process. I feel that the collegium system is the best system for appointment of judges, but they have to be accountable. And that can only be brought in either by a law made by parliament to regulate the collegium system or by the memorandum of procedure. The second important aspect of justice delivery is infrastructure. Infrastructure in especially the lower courts is appalling. I know of cases of some district courts in Bihar where the courtroom didn't have paper, so a litigant had to get his own paper. There is no typist, there is nobody to dictate judgments. So that is an area which I feel the government needs to really work on, and I will beseech the law minister to look into this aspect, because the kind of complaints that are coming with regard to the infrastructure is something which cannot be accepted in this day to day. And we are not fulfilling the dream of our people if we are not giving proper infrastructure for our judges. And third is, of course, training. If the judges are not regularly trained, the kind of new subjects that are coming up daily before us, the challenges of dealing with new jurisdiction. I know several judges of Supreme Court and Chief Justices have also told me that while they were in the High Court, they had not dealt with many subjects which they happened to deal with in the Supreme Court. And so accordingly, continuous training of judges, both at the district level and at the High Court level, and even if there is no harm, if there are methods of including the Supreme Court judges, in fact, they can also train the High Court judges and the lower judiciary. That exercise is going on, but that can be done more regularly. There are institutions where trainings, Bhopal is there, every state has an institution, but I feel it's not being done properly. It can be done with more vigor. The last is, of course, reaching the common man. The legal aid. Every person should get justice, which should be able to get access to justice. Legal aid should be again strengthened, and again I beseech the law minister. The Supreme Court has a very functional NALSA, and we are trying to reach right to the last mile. But it's a huge country. The requirement of infrastructure to reach the legal aid to the common man is a challenge, and we should accept that challenge and work towards it. The last, and of course, that is for the Supreme Court, and that is the infrastructure for the Supreme Court. I have been saying this for quite some time, that when the Kartavya Path was being designed, there should have been an area for the Judiciary Supreme Court as well. But having not done that, at least this area across the Bhagwan Das Road, this whole of this should be declared a part of the Supreme Court campus, so that a lot of facilities can be created for the members of the bar, for litigants, and for the institution, which will help this institution to grow and do better the job that it has been doing for so many years with so much amount of, I would say, rectitude. The lawyers have a huge problem. Even Dr. Singhvi in his first speech has noted that there is no social security for lawyers, there is no medical facility for lawyers. If a lawyer falls sick overnight, there is nobody to take care of him. And that is one need of the hour which actually needs to be addressed, of providing social security lawyer, getting them medical facility. At least the regular practitioners of the Supreme Court can be given the CGHS benefit, because we have had so many mishaps in the Supreme Court where lawyers have died only because of not getting timely medical help. And of course, my last demand always has been to elevate this. If there is a memorandum of procedure, I am sure the memorandum of procedure can provide for a system of writing for applications, and Supreme Court lawyers are not being considered for elevation on a regular basis. The Honorable Chief Justice of India has given his, he is very much keen to start this process, but doing at his level without a process being in place will not reach the all the eligible members to be elevated. And I think there is some need of the hour to have a system where on a regular basis somebody is assessing the merit of Supreme Court lawyers and comparing them with the merit of the lawyers in the High Court and getting the best people elevated. So with these words, I want everybody here present today to introspect as to how far we have achieved the goal of Dr. Ambedkar in providing a society which law reaches to everyone and the justice delivery system is adequate to meet the needs of the country. Thank you.